What up, y'all? It's Crew, also known as Araneae Storm, checking in for the weekly motherfucking astrology. I am your Cosmic Rootwork astrologist specializing in Mars activations as well as North Node and South Node consultations. So if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can hit me up at araneastorm.ways.com/info, and you can find me on all social media at Araneae Storm. All right. Before we get into the weekly astrology, though, these are the things, okay, the announcements that we want to go ahead and drop. We have the Mars activation, the Pluto and the Phoenix rising, and we also have the Jupiter and the Big Leap out. We actually will be dropping more information this week about the Mars activation that we'll be doing for the Capricorn new moon. Okay, so just make sure you check out for that. You know, make sure you keep a lookout for that. If it's not already, no, because I already recorded the video, so it's not gonna be on the videos, but it'll probably be down below. But if not, just keep a lookout for it, and I will make an announcement actually this weekend. So just check for it. You feel me? So basically, happy 2021. You feel me? It has definitely been, I think, just that closing out, or just that week, that week that I really kind of took off, was definitely an eye-opening week. I feel like a lot of things, and not even just for the new year, just in general, a lot of things were just being closed out. You know, there was just a lot of things that, after that Cancer full, and just from the Cancer moon to, I do have Jupiter in my first house. That's so crazy. I do. That was a comment. Anyway, yeah, it was just a lot of like purging, and I felt like this need. I don't know how many of y'all feel like this too. Definitely let me know like how you feel and like what you're feeling and what's, you know what I mean. Just keep me posted, keep me updated on all that. I really felt like in this energy, I just let go of a lot of shit. And not just for the simple fact of just saying, oh, I'm letting go just to let go. I just noticed that, like, the harder I push for things, the more harder it takes for things to kind of come to me. Like, one thing that really stuck out to me at the closing of this year was, like, you don't have to overdo it, fam. Like, we know your work ethic. We know how hard you can go, but is it really worth your peace? Is it really worth your, is it really worth exhausting your energy to the point where you're like tired and sleepy and you're just waking up doing the same shit over and over and over again? You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't have no pizzazz in my life, okay? Let's not say that, okay? Not that I don't have pizzazz, you feel me? But what I am saying is, it actually made me just chill. And I noticed that the more that I am in a place of receptivity, the more I'm in a place of just kind of just sitting back and relaxing and things, the more things come to me, the more clear I am. I know this has nothing to do with the week. Well, it kind of does have something to do with the weekly astrology, but I just really wanted to relay that message to y'all. I don't know if it resonates with y'all or how y'all feel, but that's just one thing that really just came to me, you know. And also just clearing like past traumas, past things, just really getting into like this state of like, okay, gotcha, boom, you know what I mean, feeling into that energy and just moving forward, man, differently. Something was just like, we gotta move differently, fam. And not just like, once again, not because we're moving into 2021, it's just an energy that I've been feeling of just like, I've been talking about the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I feel like I've been definitely in my divine masculine energy for a while now. You know what I'm saying? We all have the balance. Somebody out there? No, it sounds like somebody's out there. We all have the balance of both, you know, masculine and feminine qualities, but I think I was overexerting my masculine energy in a lot of ways. Just as much as I can be in my divine feminine energy, I just feel like I was, especially in terms of like my just a lot of things in my life, especially if I was just talking about like career wise and things like that. I was just doing the most, just doing the absolute most, you know. And so I'm learning, and not even just in career, but just overall, I'm learning how to move and work better with my intuition. Way better with my intuition, you know, versus like overly exerting my energy. So I'm going to, these weekly astrology videos, I'm not going to keep them too long this year. I'm going to really try to make the weekly astrology short, sweet, and to the point. And if I have any channel messages in the process, I'll definitely talk about those channel messages that I have, but I'm not going to keep these things too long. I would definitely recommend that, you know, once we start learning about the birth chart, and then we will start to learn about transits and things like that, you know, we can actually work together to kind of move through the weeks, move through the months, move through the year, so you can get a clear understanding of how this stuff works. So yeah, let's just get into it. So happy Capricorn season, you feel me? If I haven't said it already, happy Capricorn season to my Capricorns. Happy birthday to my Capricorns out there. We will be moving from the moon in Virgo as I record this through the moon in Sagittarius this week. We will be having on Monday the 4th, we have the sun conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, and we have also Mercury there, and Jupiter, because it's so close, in Aquarius conjunct Mercury as well. So what's interesting about, you know how we've talked about this Saturn in Capricorn, or we talked about Saturnian Capricorn and Aquarian Saturnian energy, but also Uranian energy. So I feel like this week is definitely going to be a week of, like, not necessarily clearing the old completely out, but not necessarily, you know what I mean? Like, we're having to literally find a balance on all fronts of like what we're keeping and what we're leaving behind. You know, like what has actually truly worked for us and what is no longer going to work for us moving forward. I do feel like another thing that I wanted to say is that this year is going to be a year, I know this is weekly astrology, but this year is going to be a year of really digging back into our roots. It's gonna be sorry y'all, it's gonna be a year that we're gonna be digging back into our roots to really find our connection, you know, back to source, back to our ancestors, back to our land, back to our nature, back to our true spirit and who we really are. That's one thing that I've been hearing over and over again, and I think I'm gonna keep saying it for the rest of 2021. Remember who you are, because it's a message that I've been getting. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. So yeah, the moon will be transiting Libra, moving into Libra on the 5th. Wednesday, Mars enters Taurus after all this time of that shit being in motherfucking Aries. So when we have this shift into Taurus, we're going to be moving from the head to the throat. Okay, if we're talking about body parts, and specifically, you know, the Aries I am, all right, the Aries energy of I am, you know what I mean? The Taurus energy is coming in to bring us a new sense of foundation, and in terms of not only our throat chakra, but also like what we look for in, if we're talking about stability, if we're talking about security, if we're talking about the things that have to do with the foundation. How are we building that foundation, and how are we able to manifest that into our lives? Like, what does your own personal lay of the land look like to you? You know, and this energy is definitely going to be squaring off. It's going to be eventually it's going to be conjuncting Uranus and Taurus, but not this week, but it's going to be squaring off to this Aquarian energy. So it's going to be really interesting to see what's going on in terms of the land. I would not be surprised why Mars is in Taurus with Uranus and Taurus here, if we start to see like we see the weather, what's happening with the weather right now, but gee, I just feel like the weather is completely about to shift, especially when we move into the North Node in Taurus, moving on. You know what I mean? Like, but this is going to be like the pretense of weather. Definitely pay attention to the weather. Definitely pay attention to the subtle cues in the weather is what I'm getting right now. Something about the weather is going to be a little different. You know what I mean? Thunderstorms is coming up. Tornadoes is coming up right now. More tornadoes, earthquakes. You know what I mean? Earth-shattering information that might be coming to the surface. You feel me? Especially when we hit that moon in Scorpio this week. We're going to be having, I just feel like there's going to be some things that, and if they're not necessarily revealed on the media, because you know the media is really good for not exposing the truth, then somewhere in your life something is going to be brought to your attention. Something is going to be exposed from like this Wednesday, I would say, or Thursday, Friday energy, as we move into this T-square. Mercury will be squaring off to Mars and Taurus this week as well, in Aquarius, because the Mercury will be moving into Aquarius this week as well. And then we also have Mercury squaring off, Mercury in Aquarius, squaring off to, oh wait, who was that? Oh, I just said that. We're also going to be having a T-square from Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, the moon in Scorpio, and Uranus in Taurus. Once again, ground-breaking shit. And this has to do with the people. This has to do with the land. This has to do with, oh man. This is going to be an interesting, I mean, I feel like January, February, even a little bit the first week, 2 weeks of March is going to be real interesting. It's going to be real interesting before we move into Jupiter and Pisces in the middle of the week, in the middle of the year. It's just going to be some real, just, and we definitely going to get into it, and we definitely going to talk about it, but kind of, you feel me? It's going to be kind of, you know what I mean? But yeah, I do believe that there's going to be things that are going to be coming out. I do believe that there's going to be things that are going to be uncovering. I do believe this is like conversations we've been having around money systems, money coming in, money coming out, more information. If it's not that day, more information, or talking about money and how we're going to be seeing money in the future. You feel me? Taxes, you know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of stuff going on in that area, which you're going to start to see. If not, like I said, not Thursday coming out, but the energy of this T-square is going to be moving into these next 2 months and beyond, you feel me? Or just conversations around those things. I definitely say look to see where Uranus and Taurus is transiting your chart if you haven't already. And you also want to see and look to see where Saturn and Jupiter is transiting as well. And you definitely want to see where Mars and Taurus is going to be transiting in your chart as well this week. Venus will also be entering Capricorn. Venus will also be entering Capricorn. So this week, Saturn is going to be coming to make them checks. New year, new who? New year, new who? This ain't no just new year thing for you, says Capricorn. What do you have on the table? Start getting your plans together. Even if you don't, we never going to know what the future is looking like, okay? But structuring, getting some type of structure, whether that's a physical structure, you know what I'm saying? A budget, a workout, new workout routine, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Your living situation, whatever the case may be, relationships, you know what I mean? Business partnerships, whatever the case may be, those things are going to need to be looked at. If you have not already, this Capricorn season is going to be pushing that ass in gear, making a plan. What is your 2021 going to look like? Or what do you want it to look like? And even if it doesn't work out in the way you want it to look, still just having an idea of like, okay, so this is some of the things that I want to be getting popping in 2021. You feel me? Mercury will be entering Aquarius also this day. I just feel like, you know, even moving through the weekend, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely suggest get you some type of crystal that allows you to connect. I don't know why a third eye chakra is coming up for me and your crown chakra is coming up for me. But you definitely want to get something that's going to allow you to connect, especially in the dream sequence, in the dream realm. There's going to be a lot of, honestly, I feel like this, I've been talking about past life stuff a lot. I've been talking about Akashic record stuff a lot. But y'all, get to get back to your roots, man. Get back to your roots. Matter of fact, I think if I don't make a video this week, I'm going to make a video this month about getting connected back to your roots. If we even think about Saturnian energy and we think about Capricorn energy, it's the old wise elder. It's wisdom. It's knowledge. You know what I mean? I think of it also too as the turtle. Turtle's been here for fucking centuries. You know what I mean? So we gonna get into that this month, okay? We definitely gonna be talking about that this month, or just building on this topic this month, because I feel like that's something that really needs to be harnessed. Some information actually that I've been having conversations with my fam about ancestry, historical societies, record keeping, records, how to research those records and things, and even just with the work what I do with the BLA. So we're definitely going to be talking about that. But other than that, this is just a brief scope of the weekly astrology. I'm going to be trying to keep it short, sweet, and cute and to the point. Unless I have channel messages that kind of send me. Y'all know how I get. But other than that, it's a rainy storm checking in, checking out without a fucking doubt. You already know what it is. Deuces.